Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story this hour, our continued coverage of that devastating bridge collapse in Miami.
The pedestrian bridge was just installed days ago on the campus of Florida International University. Troopers confirm several people are dead. ABC's Zachary Keish joins us live tonight with more on the story. Zachary?
We're learning more about the victims from this horrible accident in Miami. A press conference just wrapped up where we heard from doctors. Here's what they had to say.
We do have the whole bridge is down across the whole side of 8th Street.
10 patients, 2 are extremely critical, both were operated on emergently, and 8 other patients who have injuries but are in stable condition.
The bridge was installed less than a week ago to increase safety to a busy part of the Florida International University campus, where officials say heavy traffic's been a problem for a long time.
I saw the bridge just collapse in front of me, and it fell on the cars that were sitting there waiting for the light to change.
The bridge was intended to improve pedestrian access across Tamiami Trail from FIU's main campus to Miami's Sweetwater section, where thousands of students live in off-campus housing or in the school's newer dorm. The bridge was built on an accelerated schedule using what's been described as revolutionary technology. One of the builders, Manila Construction Management, a large and well-respected company, saying in a statement, "We are all devastated and doing everything we can to assist. We will conduct a full investigation to determine exactly what went wrong and will cooperate with investigators."
At approximately 1:30 this afternoon, we received a call for a collapsed bridge. Our units responded to find 8 trapped vehicles under the bridge.
Florida International University is one of the largest universities in the country, and because of the growing enrollment, has been sprawling across southwest Miami-Dade County for the last 2 decades. More than 100 first responders are there on this scene. The governor of Florida is also on the way. I should note that the school is currently on spring break. In New York, I'm Zachary Keish, ABC News. Now back to you.
New details tonight about a Sarasota man facing federal charges after deputies found 2 tons of explosives inside his home.
Now the man's brother is speaking out exclusively to ABC7 about what he calls his brother's obsession with fire and his theory about what his brother planned to do with all of those explosives. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick is here now with more on the story. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, Mark Levine has been obsessed with fire since he was a child, according to his brother. So when a federal grand jury indicted Levine with 3 counts of possessing explosives as a convicted felon, 2 counts of improper storage of explosive materials, and 1 count of possessing ammunition as a convicted felon, his brother was not surprised. Deputies report finding more than 4,000 pounds of quick match and 858 rounds of .22 caliber ammunition inside of the 56-year-old Mark Levine's home inside of Pelican Cove neighborhood in Sarasota. Levine's brother Julian Levinsky says Levine has kept explosives inside of his mother's home where he lives for at least a decade. Levinsky claims his brother would get large shipments in from China, then sell them across the country through a business that he called Mark the Pyro Guy. Levinsky said he isn't sure whether or not Levine had any other plans for these explosives besides selling them.
For years and years and years, he has been selling all of these things out of my mother's home in Pelican Cove. And my mother, allowed it. He's a narcissistic, sociopathic con artist, and he has absolutely no remorse whatsoever.
A trial date hasn't been set yet, but if he is convicted, Levine faces up to 32 years in federal prison. Scott.
All right, Jess, thanks so much. Fire crews in Venice battling a brush fire near Casperson Beach this afternoon.
The dry conditions and the heavy vegetation in that area only fueled the spread of the flames. ABC7's Rick Adams is at the scene off of Harbor Drive in Venice. He joins us now live with an update. Rick?
Yeah, guys, this fire did burn about 10 acres. It happened back there deep in the forest about 2 miles in. We're being told 1 person did suffer smoke inhalation and 8 others had to be evacuated. This fire is now 100% under control. And crews did get a call on this just before 2 o'clock. Investigators are still trying to figure out exactly how this fire got started. And we'll have a lot more on this coming up tonight at 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock. In the meantime, reporting live from Venice, I'm Rick Adams. Scott, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick. A 2-month-old baby is being treated tonight after being airlifted to All Children's Hospital in St. Pete following a fall. Sarasota County deputies and fire rescue responding to the scene this afternoon on Vincent Road. Deputies say it is too early to say what happened, and this remains an ongoing investigation.
Sarasota County is taking steps to improve its responses to hurricanes after learning what works and what doesn't following Hurricane Irma. A review led by the former FEMA director Craig Fugate was just released, and it recommends Sarasota County open all shelters at once instead of staggered openings when each is filled. The Office of Emergency Services has also decided to allow pets in every shelter. The director of the Office of Emergency Services says as we approach another hurricane season, it's important to stay prepared for a major storm at a moment's notice.
If we do have a hurricane that comes towards us, our citizens need to be prepared to take action. They need to have a plan for 72 hours post-storm. They need to know where they're going to go, where their local shelter is, and then they need to heed the warnings of emergency management and our government officials when we say it's time to evacuate. It means there is a potential threat and we need to move.
We've put a link to the full report of recommendations from the former FEMA director on our website. Just visit mysuncoast.com and look for this story. Well, a gorgeous day, I thought, on the Suncoast. Once it warmed up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it was a little chillier if you were out early in the morning, but it was a beautiful day by the end. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. How's it look for us this evening?
And it gets only better, it looks like, as we move on through the weekend. We'll talk more about that coming up in a little bit. Yeah, lows this morning were in the low 40s, even some upper 30s, at least it felt that way, well inland. Badways of webcam also showing that the sea state is calming down a bit after a couple of days of advisories out there. Still a little bit of a chop, but generally fair skies, and we are anticipating less wave action tomorrow. And right now it's 65 degrees. The dew point is what we look at for the potential for low temperatures tonight. It's at 37, which is really quite low, and that means our lows tomorrow to start things off again will be in the mid 40s, some 10 degrees to almost 12 degrees below average. So another chilly start, but that'll be the last one, I think, for a while. And the barometer 3011, that is high. That continues to be on the rise. Now, the high pressure ridge had been here all for the past few days now, and now that is shifting off to the east. Right now it's over North Florida, and it's bringing mild conditions our way. We'll start to see that high pressure bend back over into the eastern portion of the state. That will allow us to see an easterly wind, which will warm us up back to above average temperatures, I believe, by Saturday and Sunday. Right now, current temp 65 in Sarasota. A little bit warmer, not bad in Key West. It's 71. More on your weekend weather in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The Legacy Trail currently starts in Venice, ends just south of Clark Road, but Sarasota County is asking voters to extend it all the way into downtown Sarasota. Sarasota
County commissioners recently approved a bond referendum to be placed on the November ballot. Residents will decide if connecting the trail to downtown Sarasota is worth the heavy price tag. ABC 7's Adam Cellini has more on what that could mean for residents.
Well, Sarasota County already purchased 1.7 miles of railroad track to begin that extension for a price tag of $7.9 million. So you can imagine how much it's going to cost to make it the nearly 9 more miles it'll take to get to downtown Sarasota. Tired of Suncoast traffic? Perhaps soon a bike will get you from downtown Venice to downtown Sarasota.
This has been about 5 years in the works.
Roger Norman has been pushing to extend the Legacy, which currently connects downtown Venice to Culver House Park, and he says attracts close to 250,000 people per year, including tourists.
We used it 2 years ago, and we're back again because we enjoyed it so much.
Preserves the wildlife in the area around and great exercise for us baby boomers all looking to move to Florida.
Cyclists, walkers, and even pets are welcome on the former railroad tracks turned paved trails.
A lot of people believe that the Legacy Trail is only for elitist cyclists, and that's completely wrong.
The cost of buying and converting more railroad tracks to trails with amenities like bathrooms and 2 overpasses across Clark and Bee Ridge roads could cost up to $65 million.
I think it is a good use of tax money. A lot of people use the trail. A lot of people enjoy it.
I guess it depends on your interest. I would like it because it's near me and I can jump on a bicycle and go just about to Venice all the way up to in town.
Norman's pitch to potential voters?
What's the benefit to the county and the citizens of this abandoned railroad? It's an eyesore. It doesn't promote any beneficial use at all.
Now, the Florida Department of Transportation could be chipping in $7.5 million to help with that construction. It's already on their work plan for the year 2022 and 2023. This vote will come up on the November 6th general election ballot for Sarasota County voters. In Sarasota, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Adam, thank you. 2 unseasonably cold months to start 2018 have not been good for Florida manatees. According to statistics from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, more than 150 sea cows died in the state during the first 2 months of the year. More than 50 of those deaths due to cold stress. That's more than double what we've seen in previous years. Luckily, FWC biologist Ron Mezek says the cold weather mortality number has not yet reached an alarming rate, and the number of cold weather deaths should slow as temperatures warm during the spring.
Cold stress is a natural cause of mortality for manatees, and we expect some pretty much every year. And of course, colder it is, the more likely we'll see it.
Overall, there are more than 6,600 manatees in Florida waters, with the population more than doubling over the past 2 decades. If you do see a dead or injured manatee, FWC says to call their Wildlife Alert Hotline at 888-404-FWCC, where you can always call Mote Marine in our emergency hotline as well.
Yeah. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, surveillance footage taken from Stoneman Douglas High School released. The footage capturing the school resource officer's response on the day of the shooting.
We'll hear from a former FBI agent on whether he believes that footage can be considered incriminating.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
People need to get out of the way of emergency vehicles. You need to pull over because you never know where they're going and whose life it could save.
A Siesta Key man is dead after traffic delays prevented help from arriving quickly. Are we too popular and overcrowded for our own good? I'm Alan Cohn. We'll get answers, so meet me at the trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The 2018 Sarasota County Fair is set to begin March 16th through 25th. This year, there'll be rides for everyone, thanks to Bell City Amusements. Experience your favorite entertainers, along with some new and exciting acts, like the Tiger Encounter, the Kachunga and Alligator Show, comedian ventriloquist Steve Brogan, plus our new and exciting SRQ Schools at its best. And remember, ride arm bands all day, every day. The 2018 Sarasota County Fair, March 16th through 25th. See you there.
Come experience the rugged capability and luxurious comfort of a new Ram truck and get big savings during Ram Truck Month at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Ram trucks. Get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $23,999. Or save big and get $10,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
New details tonight on the Parkland school shooting. The Broward County Sheriff's Office releasing surveillance video of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shortly after a gunman opened fire last month.
Sheriff's Office says the video, quote, speaks for itself regarding the actions of the school's former deputy. But as ABC's Zachary Quiche reports once again, not everyone agrees.
This is newly released security surveillance video from outside Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, the day 17 students and staff members were gunned down. It's assumed that that's Scott Peterson in the upper left corner. He was the police officer assigned to the school. Peterson resigned, and an internal investigation has been opened regarding what happened. His decision to stay outside rather than confront the shooter has been scrutinized. But some say this video leaves out important details.
First of all, doesn't answer any questions. So the idea that you could even draw inferences from watching that tape would not be accurate. And it's one of the dangers we get into in doing analysis on things with limited information.
The footage starts at 2:22 p.m., just a minute after authorities say the shooting started. You can see a school official banging on a door. Yesterday, new 911 tapes released. You can hear students with hushed voices pleading for help.
Please, there's people here. There's people. They're all bleeding. They're going to die.
And then a teacher.
I'm in the classroom. The lights on the door's off. The student was shot and went through the door. The bullet went through the door? Yes, I have a student down.
Yesterday, students across the country joined together in a coordinated walkout to protest gun violence and demand greater gun control. Thousands of students from Parkland and D.C. to Colorado and California were involved. Zachary Quiche, ABC News, New York.
Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast when we return.
I just had a very educational ride with Nina.
Did you learn anything?
Where do I begin? So all this stuff goes into a safety check.
Yep.
It's a long list.
It's important stuff.
Test the smoke detector.
Yep.
Check the breaker box.
Yep.
Meter the GFCIs.
Ground fault circuit interrupters.
Why do that?
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Nina, you make it look easy.
Thanks, but don't do it yourself.
Who's your guy?
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Drive a brand new 2018 Lincoln MKC for $279 per month or the Lincoln MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment. Every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better. With amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
A really nice day. I mean, I know it started out cold, but just
Yeah.
gorgeous. I love that dry, crisp air.
Yeah, it's really quite nice. It's
Yeah.
refreshing. It gets a little bit cooler when the sun sets, though, and that northwest wind comes in off the Gulf of Mexico, but I'm not complaining. I enjoyed it today, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy tomorrow's weather even better. If you like warmer temperatures, we'll get them. After a chilly start this morning, temperatures were in the low 40s, which is unseasonably cold, over 12 degrees below average in most cases, but boy, things are looking better and better. As we approach the weekend, spectacular beach weather, so look out. It's going to be packed on the area beaches. For St. Patrick's Day, it looks good too. We'll get to that in just a minute. Fire weather warning. You know, we had a fire earlier today in Sarasota County, and the fires that do develop, if they do, will spread rather rapidly because of the low humidity that's been around and that little bit of a breeze. So the areas in red that you see, that is the area that the relative humidity is below 35% there. For us in Manatee and Sarasota counties, not quite there. Our wind flow will be turning more easterly on Friday, and when that happens, we get rid of that northerly component. We have a tendency to warm up here. So highs tomorrow will be back into the low to mid 70s. Now it will switch around to the northwest with a little sea breeze developing in the afternoon, but that'll keep things a bit cooler right near the coast. For Saturday, a definite east wind, and that means temperatures in the mid to upper 70s both on Saturday and Sunday with that sea breeze developing in the afternoon. So inland areas will be a little bit warmer, coastal locations just a little bit cooler, but still all in all nice. 65 on the temperature, clear skies, the dew point way down there. 37 degrees. We have a west wind at 13, the pressure at 3011. That is high. That continues to rise. The high today was only 69, getting close to the 70s. 89, the record set in 2012. Look at the low this morning, 42 degrees, 57 is our normal. Our low temperatures tonight will be into the mid 40s in most areas. We'll look for upper 40s to near 50 degrees near area beaches. Temperatures close to freezing in Tallahassee. Tomorrow's low temperatures to start things off will be in the 40s, but by 9 a.m. we will be back into the mid 50s in most areas, and then we'll warm up into the mid to lower 70s, I think, for highs. So back in the 70s after about 5 days. Below that into the 60s for highs. The day planner for Friday calling for a chilly start but a nice finish. Low temperatures will be in the 40s, but highs will be in the low to mid 70s under sunny skies on Friday. A nice way to wrap up the week. And as we approach the weekend, high pressure continues to slip to the east of our state, and that will hold this weather that you see here off as a winter storm starts to develop over Nebraska into Iowa and slips off to the east. Eventually, a little piece of energy will move up the northeast. 40 now in Boston, 38 in Portland, 32 in Toronto now, Detroit at 38. A bit warmer in Omaha, and in Wichita, Kansas, 77 degrees there, a big warm up. Same in Dallas and Houston at 70. Tomorrow's high temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s from the upper Mississippi Valley across the northeast United States, into the 50s and 60s from Tennessee through Kansas and also into Oklahoma. 58 the expected high into Denver. Well, that cold air that you see here kind of stays to the north through Monday and Tuesday. You'll notice so it slips down a little bit on into Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll get a little bit cooler here as we head into the latter half of the work week next week. Until then, expect a gradual warming trend. For boaters, it gets better. Things will be much improved as opposed to the past few days. Seas running less than 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. Winds out of the east turning to the northwest. Later on in the day, and the water temperature now at 68. Tonight, mostly fair, cool once again, mid 40s for low temperatures, and the extended forecast shapes up like this. We will see a warmer temperature still on St. Patrick's Day, 76, 79, Sunday and Monday. A chance for showers. The first day of spring arrives officially just after noon on Tuesday. Rain chance at 40% only, and then 20% chance for Wednesday and Thursday. Notice, though, slightly cooler by late next week. We'll be right back after this.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today, and named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye, and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile?
Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC 7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC 7, we're here for you.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This Saturday, Riverview High School will celebrate its 60th anniversary. In honor of that special occasion, former Riverview students, teachers, and staff are all invited back to the school for campus tours, planetarium shows, aquadome presentations, the school's nature walk, and a pep rally starting at 9 a.m. There will also be an induction ceremony into the RHS Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame for 12 outstanding Riverview alumni. Again, things get underway at 9. That special program in the auditorium begins at about 11:15. I'll be emceeing as a proud Riverview grad. So
Alumni,
it's
absolutely.
It's going to be a fun morning at Riverview. I hope all the alums show up and relive some of the great days of high school.
Sounds great.
Yeah. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at NationalGuard.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event. Take a test drive and see why Jeep Grand Cherokee is the most awarded SUV of all time. Or for impressive off-road performance with a little bit of Suncoast style, shop the area's largest selection of new 2018 Jeep Wranglers. Stop by today and drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways. protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.